guys, just a quick one. I didn't plan on making a video, so look, I want to give you my opinion on the return of Mike Tyson. You know, I hear a lot of people out there, talking about, well, he's going to, beat Anthony Joshua. He's going to knock out Deontay Wilder. It's going to be epic, going to be great. Nobody can tell. There's a lot of crazy talk, and there's a lot of talk right down the middle. We don't really know. He's old. So let me break it down for you guys. Okay, look. Let's go back to Bernard Hopkins, okay? Retires. 52-year-old Bernard Hopkins bows out in defeat with an 8th round stoppage against Joe Smith Jr. You guys remember that? Got knocked out of the ropes, okay? You remember that, right? Roy Jones retiring 14 years too late, okay? 49 years old. You guys remember what happened? Knocked out by Enzo, came back, won his last 4 fights. Good for him. It's a great way to retire, right? Okay. I'm just kind of going over a few things, and we'll get to Tyson, okay? Again, we can go back to Bernard Hopkins, lost to Kovalev, lost to Joe Smith Jr. But it was a unanimous decision against Kovalev, so you have to give him credit for that. So that was, and actually it was a defeat, but it was also a win just to go 12 rounds with a somewhat prime Kovalev back then. So okay, we'll give him that. Bernard Hopkins, 55-8-2. Okay, let's look at Chavez, right? 43, his last fight, September 2005. Okay. We can look at Oscar De La Hoya maybe against Manny Pacquiao. I could give you guys example after example. Chavez, 107 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. Look, these boxers, man, they have a shelf life. Let's look at Tyson, the reason you're here. And I'm going to read you this article right here, okay? And this guy really summed it up quite well. Okay, Mike Tyson, you guys know, 56-0, right? But look at the career. Okay, lost to McBride. Come on, really? Danny Williams, really? And this is back in 2005, okay, 15 years ago. So if he's, 52 now, that would be 42. How old would he have been back then? So 52, I suck at math, would be 42. Minus 5 is 37, 30. So 38 years old, whatever, 37, 38. He's losing to Danny Williams and McBride in his 30s. Basically younger than Gennady Golovkin. And you guys remember he's on the ropes, tried to break the dude's arm, right? Out of desperation, lost to Lennox Lewis, got knocked out by Lewis, and of course, the 2 losses to Evander Holyfield. But let me read this article here because this guy summed it up beautifully, okay? Not to mention, have you seen Mike Tyson standing, next to a Tyson Fury or to a Deontay Wilder or to he looks like a middleweight standing next to these guys. These heavyweights are 40, 50 pounds heavier now, around 40 probably, okay? Except Deontay Wilder. He's really light for a heavyweight. But my point is, these heavyweights, they're giants now. Tyson Fury would look, like a foot taller than Mike Tyson? So to say that, a 52 or whatever 3-year-old Mike Tyson is going to come back and be competitive against these guys, it's outrageous. Outrageous. So let me read this article, guys. I got to find it now. There's old Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. Shout out, Triple G. Okay, right here. Okay, there are probably hundreds of men above 14 stone, I'm not going to read all of it, that are boxing around the world that would easily beat Mike Tyson now. The truth is, unless he fights another 53-year-old where they are both walking through, whatever that says, after a minute, I think he means quicksand. After a minute, it will be horrible. It comes to some fighters at 24. It comes to others at 34. They realize inside they haven't got it anymore. Then the longer they are away from boxing, they start to forget that feeling they had when they realized they didn't have it. So in other words, they realize, oh man, I don't have it anymore. Okay, but then they go away from boxing and they forget that they don't have it anymore. And, I think their egos get pumped up. Tyson said the gods of war are calling him back and all of this. They forget what it was like in there with Kevin McBride, with Williams, with Evander Holyfield, It says here, Tyson can have 20 years out of the gym and look sensational when he loses 2 stone with a man making him look good on the pads. That's another thing, you guys have to understand. Working the pads is, look, I don't even know how, it's apples and oranges, okay? I don't even really believe in pad work. If I'm a trainer, and I have trained a few guys, I'm not real big on pad work. It's flashy, it's good hand-eye coordination, things like that. Your balance, your leverage, that kinetic energy. There's a lot of things, that are positive about it. But as far as actual, in the ring fighting and how it translates to the ring when we're talking about pads, it really does not. It doesn't. You know, I mean, look at Mayweather, how great he looks on the pad. I mean, you can take any fighter, you know, Ryan Garcia. There's so many guys that look awesome on the pads. Manny Pacquiao, you know, but you never see that translate into a boxing ring. So, and I know a lot of you are going to disagree with that, but like I said, I've trained people, and pads, yeah, they're fun to watch. They're fun to do. It's good for your cardio, things like that. But my point is, you know, any professional boxer can look great on the pads. You know, look, he can probably look great on the pads in another 10 years. You know, we'll probably see Tyson put out a video where he still looks like a beast on the pads in a little 10-second clip. Okay? And that's the point the guy is trying to make here. I can assure you, within 30 seconds of a real fight, with anything like real gloves on, no matter what the opposition is in the other corner, he will become a 53-year-old man again. It's boxing. You don't play. It is serious. I mean, you guys get the point. I don't need to read, you know, this entire thing, right? Here, we'll go to this picture, or this, whatever this is here. Let's see. However, let's see. The last time someone was punching back, Tyson quit on the stool against Kevin McBride in his last bout in 2005. Okay, I mean, like I said, you guys get it, right? And here, in 2006, Tyson engaged in a number of 4-round exhibitions bouts against Sanders. At the time, he needed money because he filed bankruptcy. Okay, in 2003, he also spoke of a mental health and stress-relieving benefits as a light-hearted return gave him. Okay, so he's saying it helped him to come back to boxing. Okay. When fighters have a second retirement, they can never look you in the eyes when they tell you that one fight back, and they know they shouldn't have. You know, he's saying that they know. You know, these fighters know they shouldn't be in that ring. But now that I've gave you the negative points, like, you know, we've gone over Bernard Hopkins, we've gone over Chavez, we've gone over all of them, right? And I can give you probably 20, 30 examples of aging fighters and why they shouldn't get back in the ring. You know, let me give you the positive, okay? It is for charity, from what I understand, okay? You know, they're going to raise money, you know, to donate to different organizations. So, and you know, it's a fun event, right? I mean, if you're a boxing fan, even if you're just any fan. I mean, look, Mike Tyson is, you know, people around the world know who he is. He's probably one of the most famous people in the world, right? So, of course, it would be fun to go to a Tyson fight, you know, just the hype and the arena and the atmosphere, the environment. You know, I think that is what is compelling to me. It's not about being competitive. It's not about fighting the top guys in the division. None of that, okay? So I think it's crazy we have these guys out here, you know, like, oh, man, he would, you know, knock out Deontay Wilder. And, you know, he'd probably, you know, give Tyson Fury a good competitive fight. It's like, oh, God, come on, guys. Really? Really? Come on. I mean, I know you're smarter than that. It's entertaining. It would be fun to watch. You know, I would watch it. I would pay for it. I would go to the fight, you know, because I would love to go to a Tyson fight. My family went to them. I grew up watching Tyson fights. I have old ticket stubs of Tyson fights, you know, where my family went to when I was a kid. You know, I remember, you know, on HBO, being a kid, you know, when Tyson came on, it was like Super Bowl. You know, we would have food and drinks and family over. It was a huge deal, you know, when a Mike Tyson fight came on. It was like a holiday at my house. So I would love, and I've never been to a Tyson fight because, you know, like I said, I was too young back then. But, so I would love it. Absolutely love it. You know, so, but that's my opinion, guys. You know, it's great. I think it's great for boxing. It's not going to hurt anything, but, you know, it is dangerous. You know, Max Kellerman was talking about, you know, when you get in the ring with Tyson, he's going to try to knock you out. You know, it doesn't matter if it is an exhibition or whatever. It's a dangerous thing to get in there with him. And I agree, but it's probably going to be a little 4 or 5 round thing or fight. You know, Evander Holyfield, he's talking about coming back now. You know, all these guys are talking about coming back now. And again, if it's for charity, awesome. You know, I think it's a great thing. Why not? If you have the platform, use it. I mean, look, let me end it here. If you were this big famous boxer and you had the ability to raise money for a charity, would you? I would. I mean, why not? You know, so that's my opinion, guys. All right, leave it below. What do you think?